Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Respected Vice Chancellor of Delhi University, Professor Yogesh Singh जी, जिन्होंने अभी बताया कि मील का पत्थर देखना बाकी है. Our distinguished international partners from British Council, the International Council for Open and Distance Education, the Commonwealth of Learning, Professor Payal Magoji, Director Campus of Open Learning, Dr. Tony Mace, Director Education Commonwealth Learning, Professor Ganesan, Director NAC, Mr. Shannon West, Deputy Director British Council of India, Dr. Thoran, Secretary General International Council for Open and Distance Education, ICDE, Professor Balram Pani, Dean of Colleges, University of Delhi, Dr. Linda Cooper, Director, Center for Online and Distance Education, Professor Ajay Jaiswal, Principal, School of Open Learning, Delhi University, and Professor Rajni Abhi, the Director, South Campus, University of Delhi, and various Vice Chancellors and the meritorious students present in this hall. Namaskar. We gather today at Vigyan Bhawan on Kartavya Path. Not just a geographical location, but a moral reminder. Kartavya Path teaches us something very profound, that knowledge without duty is incomplete. And duty without knowledge is dangerous. Every idea discussed in this hall over the next few days is not merely academic, it carries national responsibility. Here policy meets philosophies, technology meets humanity, and education meets destiny. I am here today not merely as a chief guest and not even just as Education Minister of Delhi, but as a co-traveler in the national transformation that is redefining how India learns, thinks, and leads. It is fitting that we are at Vigyan Bhavan. Science is never settled. It thrives on curiosity, questioning, and continuous corrections. Education must follow the same principle. An education system that believes it has arrived has already began to decline. We must remain perpetual learners, not just lifelong ones. Allow me a brief, honest reflection. Being responsible for education in this age sometimes feels like being a parent in a massive toy store. Everything looks exciting. AI, VR platforms, dashboards. But as a parent, you also ask, is it safe? Is it reliable? Will it truly help my child grow? Recently, I asked an AI tool to draft a short greeting. It was so perfect, it was so polished, and so polite that for a moment, I felt underprepared as a human. That moment reminded me, technology can assist teaching, technology can assist learning, but meaning still comes from lived experience. For millions of learners, education today is not just about lectures. It is about forgotten passwords, unstable internet, shared devices, interrupted lives. If learning feels fragile, students disengage. Our responsibility as government, as administrators, is simple but profound. Make learning continuous, humane, and dignified. India's education journey today is guided by the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. He has repeatedly reminded us that 21st century belongs to knowledge, societies, and that technology must become an equalizer, not a divider. The Prime Minister's vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047 stands on one unshakable foundation, that is the NEP 2020. The NEP 2020 was not a policy document. It was a civilizational correction. It freed us from rote learning, rigid hierarchies, colonial mental models. It shifted us from what to think to how to think, from credentialism to capability, from excess to agency. India did not discover the idea of open education in the digital age. Delhi University did not discover this idea in the present digital age. India practiced it thousands of years ago, and Delhi University more than half a decade ago. Our civilization believed in Vidya Dan, knowledge as a shared public good. Our universities were open spaces of debate, disagreement, and discovery. ODDBL is not a modern invention for India. It is technological continuation of our ancient ethic. Open educational resources today echo the same spirit that once guided Nalanda, Takshila. What is that? Pluralism, excess, and intellectual humility. In leadership of Srimati Rekha Gupta ji, as Government of Delhi, we have aligned ourselves completely with the national vision. Our governance philosophy is clear. Reform what is broken, perform what is promised, transform what is possible. In the historic 1 lakh crore Delhi budget of 2025-26, education was allotted 19,291 crores. We are consciously investing in learning foundations, teachers' dignity, institutional capability, not short-term optics. This academic year only we are establishing 175 new computer laboratories across government schools, 7,000 classrooms upgraded into modern learning environments, replacements of outdated infrastructure with future-ready spaces. I believe infrastructure does not educate children, but poor infrastructure definitely discourages them. We are establishing 100 Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam language laboratories. These labs will teach French, German, Spanish using AI-enabled technological tools. Global exposure should not be limited by school type or family income. Education today must prepare students not just for jobs, but for the planet they will inherit. We are working on zero-waste campuses. NEEF program integrates skills with green and circular economies principles. We are nurturing problem solvers. An international gathering like this must celebrate progress, but also confront discomfort. First, the digital divide. We must design platforms that are data light, device agnostic, and context aware. No child dreams should die because of the data limits. Second, the human gap in distance learning. Technology must not make learning lonely. AR, VR, and immersive tools must be used not as gimmicks, but to recreate belonging. Third, AI and academic integrity. In this age of AI, we must teach students to question the algorithms. We want thinkers who use machines, not thinkers replaced by them. I am guided deeply by the principle of Antyodaya, the upliftment of the last person. Education is the most powerful lamp in society. Open and distance learning is not second choice pathway. It is freedom from geography. It is freedom from geography, income, and circumstances. The future is not about offline classrooms versus online learning. It is about learning without walls, hyper-personalized curriculum, stackable micro-credentials, lifelong learning pathways. This is where ancient gurus' wisdom meets the modern processor's speed. Delhi's SOL and COL are positioned to become global centers of blended excellence. If there is one headline I wish you to carry forward, it is this. We are moving from the blackboard to the motherboard, where every home can become a university and every learner retains dignity. To partner from ICDE, NAC, British Council, Commonwealth of Learning, work with us, challenge us, co-create with us. Let us build global framework for ethical, inclusive, and human-centric digital education. Guided by the eternal Indian wisdom of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. Bharat stands ready to share, not impose. To collaborate, not to dominate. To learn, even as we lead. From this Kartavya Path, let us resolve to build an India where knowledge is accessible, learning is humane, and future is shared. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Delhi. Thank you very much.